Okay. Dana is also joining, so I think that we can start our celebration of the International Chess Day. And with the Social Chess Commission, we would love to have a very friendly discussion today with you about what is social chess for you, your personal stories, your personal insights. And I'm very happy to welcome Andrei Vogtlin, the chair of our commission and the moderator for today's session. Please, Andrei.
Thank you, Maria. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, dear FIDE President Arkady Dvorkovich. Welcome, all the panelists. Welcome, chess community. Before I start with this very special panel, I would take the opportunity to give the floor to our FIDE President, who is very active, traveling all over the world. We have the chance to have also an ambassador with Mr. Dvorkovich, and I'm sure he has a lot to say about this very special panel about the chess value of social activities we are doing all over the world. Please, Mr. President.
Yes, thank you, dear Andrea, dear colleagues, dear friends. First of all, congratulations with the International Chess Day. It's being celebrated all across the world, from United Nations headquarters to all our members federations. I just arrived from Bucharest, where we started celebrating already last night with our ECU colleagues. Prabita, congratulations again with being elected for the next term in Zurab's team for ECU. And I think your job in the Social Commission was clear signal to everyone that this team is very professional and can serve European chess very well. So congratulations. And from there, I came to one of the smallest countries in the world, Andorra. So greetings from Andorra this day. I think I truly believe that for our chess world, there is no difference in importance of small or big countries. There are so many maybe small federations, but equally important as big federations for our chess community. And people living in those small countries deserve the same access to chess, whether it's professional chess or chess in different kind of communities. And this is exactly what we are going to talk about today here. Of course, today we celebrate our great champions, our great achievements, tournaments. We are looking forward for our next Olympiad in Samarkand. But I think, I think many people witnessed that FIDE has acquired a second important mission that we have to serve the social mission of chess. And that happened during the last few years. Of course, were projects before as well, and across its history, FIDE was involved in many social initiatives. But the last 3 years showed the real focus of FIDE on realizing and improving our capacity in the social area, reaching out to all kinds of communities, groups of people that can improve by using chess as a tool, as a game that develops so many important skills. I will not repeat all those things since we all know what we are talking about. But indeed, we reached out to kids with autistic spectrum disorder, to the refugee camps, to slums in different countries, to prisons, to elderly people. So many people who deserve to have a chance to learn chess and to make their lives better, to improve their skills. And of course, by far the biggest project and the biggest community is school kids all across the world, and country by country, federation by federation. The programs are starting in all continents. Just during the last couple of days in Europe, I was really surprised by the level of preparation of town federations that didn't start those programs before, but started just a couple of years ago. And now they have a clear plan, clear vision how to do it. They reached out to their governments, and of course to us as well. We need to help them to realize those plans. And we know how to do it since we have success stories in some countries already. So there is good experience that we can share and can be spread to all other federations. Of course, resources are critical to do that, and there are all kinds of details involved into that. There are different cultures, different education systems, different ways teachers are trained in the countries, or instructors are trained. So we need to take into account all those things, but still we have to do all those things. So people are critical. People who do it is the highest values that we have, whether it's again teachers, instructors, or just volunteers, enthusiasts that are helping people, helping us, helping the entire chess community to implement those projects. And we need to support those people. We need to acknowledge their success stories, their professional approach, their contribution to this work. So I hope that the Social Commission will continue doing that, and our real appreciation to each of you who was involved already in those projects. You showed the great leadership qualities already, and people expect you to continue doing that. And Dana, Andre, Prabit, everyone, Mikhail, I will not name all the names on the screen. So thanks a lot for bringing those success stories to the people around the world. And from the one hand, chessboard is very simple, 64 squares. Of course, we all know the chess pieces, but each move we make, each game we play improves the way we do things, we see the world behave, and we affect the situation around us, we affect people around us. And our mission is to continue doing that, and bringing more and more people to be us in one team, and bring chess values to all people across the world. So thanks a lot again. I think that's enough for introduction. Again, congratulations with the International Chess Day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arkady Dorkovich, for these welcoming words. And we are doing a lot. All the community is doing in social chess a lot. But our question today is a special one. What is the real magic of social chess? In all our travels, we are traveling the world, and we see so many projects. Often we realize in some moments, yes, this is the magic of social chess. And I have 9 people, panelists here, who have joined us today. And I'm very proud to have them with me. I will introduce you to them. And we will discuss on this aspect of the magic. What have you realized during your different social chess works? So let me introduce you very quickly. We have on our panel Dana Reitznitz. You know her, of course, all FIDE deputy chair, who has helped shape FIDE, especially our social chess worldwide, with her extraordinary presence and remarkable leadership. We have Michael Kornman, the leader of the Chess for Freedom project from Cook County Sheriff's Office. He has built this project from the scratch, and today we are in 60 countries with more than 200 teams during our intercontinental online chess championship. A huge success. I have on the panel Lasma Kokorevica. She was my former secretary of the Social Commission, and today she is prison administrator. She knows every project we did or we do, and she is today literally living inside a Latvian prison and gives remarkable support to our Chess for Freedom project. On our panel is also Anastasia Sorokina. She is a chess activist with countless hats. She is working for refugees. She was once a federational president. She was chair of FIDE Women Commission, arbiter, innovator. But for her, the sort of the refugee is at her heart. And she has a lot of story to tell us in her projects inside Chess for Protection. I name it the Girlies Club. And I'm sure she has a lot of personal stories to tell us. Then we have Susan Namangale. She builds chess across Africa at a regional and continental level in communities where access itself is a daily challenge. One sentence from my heart: if Tina Turner had played chess and lived in Lilongwe, Malawi, it would have been our Susan. Energy like TNT, total dedication for our purposes in social chess, also deep faith in our cause. Thank you also, Susan, for being a part of our panel today. Then I have also Russell Markowski, the founder of Gift of Chess. He invests money with his sponsors for African social projects, and I have seen him on social media a lot of times where he has been active in all these projects we are also supporting. Then I have Antonio Porter, Director of Cook County Department of Correction, Chicago. He works within the system of prisons and changes it from the inside, also for the Chess for Freedom project. Then in the panel also Prabita Urwieler. She is a board member of Swiss Chess initially, then since Sunday also of ECU, and a long-term member, council member of Social Commission of FIDE. She is active in a project Chess for Hope, but as well in research, and always someone who helps us with connection, with information. I'm very happy to have her on the panel because she has a lot to tell you. Then also on the panel, we have Anastasia Karlovic, someone who runs the girls' club in the refugee camp Kakuma and Kalobaye in Kenya. She is very active in schools and also was the person who prepared the lessons for these girls, not only for chess, but also for life. Thank you very much also to you, Anastasia Karlovic, to join. Thank you to all being a part of this panel today. And I think we can start now with the panel. I have given you all the question. I hope we have enough time to have all the panels giving us a lot of stories. But let's start with one question. Not a presentation, please, not a summary of your big work, a moment. The moment you personally understood, truly understood that this work of social chess makes a difference. I invite each of you now, I name you personally, and you have 60 seconds. One sentence is enough if you like, but you can also expand. And I would love to give the floor to someone who is all over the world, active for our purposes, Dana Reitznetz. Please, Dana, tell us what was your moment when you understood that your big work worldwide truly makes a difference.
Thank you, Andre. Happy International Chess Day for all of us, the birthday of FIDE. So I was now thinking of your question when I understood when that it makes the difference. I don't actually remember it exactly, but I remember very clearly when I had a hope born about this whole concept of the chess and social chess and its power. It was when I got the job offer to join FIDE several years ago, and I was thinking that's already such a well-established organization with so many activities and strong infrastructure, people, projects. So what could be my contribution? And then I thought, yes, if I want to make some new feature in the face of FIDE, that's social chess, to make it more human, to make it more accessible, to widen chess beyond the beautiful borders of the elite chess sports. So that's when the idea was born, and I was so happy to see so many like-minded people, both in FIDE and outside of it, in the chess community, that were ready to jump on it and develop so many beautiful projects that we can celebrate today.
Thank you very much, Dana. That was your moment. And I go on with Michael Kornman, who I'm sure on our travel, for example, to Mongolia, we had also our moment. Tell us your moment, Michael.
Thank you, Andrea. Well, I probably had three moments. The first one, when we just started the project, it was a gentleman by name Hector, who lives in Chicago and whose story was all over. That just helped him when he was serving his time in a prison and how successful he became after he was released. The second is our own Cook County Department of Correction Research that we did 3 years ago, I believe, how chess helps people while they're incarcerated to survive and what the results we have after they released. And I think the most emotional moment, as Andrea mentioned, was this January in Mongolia when we had a chance to meet with 5 females who were released from prisons because of their participation in chess program. And they all 5 have jobs. 2 of them were expected babysitters, and they were full of life. And that's, I believe, the direct result of our program.
Thank you very much, Michael. And I come now to Lasma Kokorevica. Like Maria today, she was in a role where you have so much to administrate, but I'm sure on your visits and on your projects, you had also moments where you say, yeah, my job has a sense. Lasma.
Yeah. Thank you, Andre, and hello to everyone, and happy Chess Day. Yes, before I started to work for FIDE, of course, I had this moment when I realized that chess makes a difference. And this was when we introduced the chess program here in Latvia, and particularly the moment when I saw my colleagues that are working on the ground turn from skeptics into real supporters, true believers, and they were really rooting since then for our teams. And yeah, this was the moment I realized that chess has this power. And yes, and then I started to work for here for FIDE as a social commission secretary. Yes.
Thank you, Lasma. Indeed, we get in a certain flow in this job. We go from one challenge to the other, but we see what what the results are. And 2 people, Anastasia Sorokina first, and then Anastasia Karlovic, are working on Kakuma. And I had also the chance to visit this project. And this is a big thing. The Girls Club is something very special for the chess world. And it must be interesting to hear both Anastasias. What are your moments on your work in Kakuma and Kalaboye?
Thank you, Andrea. Welcome, dear colleagues, dear friends. Happy International Chess Day. It's a big celebration for all of us. And of course, I'm happy to be today with you. And let me share a few sentences about my trip to social chess. As Andrea introduced me, I done all chess trip in my life since I was a player to chess administrator, but social chess takes the biggest part of my heart for now, because it's not only, of course, a refugee project, but also Infinite Chess project that was born many years ago back in Belarus and then became in 2021 FIDE project. And the importance of this project I understood that time in Belarus, when we had one one girl who was not only autistic but also disabled, and she wasn't move, and she was not speak. And after half a year of the project, parents say that they cannot believe that because of chess, she started smiling and she started, naming pieces. It was, and we was crying all together. And if it's make sense even for one person, that one life could be changed, I think it's make a big effort already. So it was like, my first understanding that social chess is important. And I'm very grateful to FIDE, to Dana, who believed in this idea and support this initiative from very beginning. And of course, Maria and Social Commission, who is continuing this initiative. But now, of course, my heart is mostly with refugee, because together we are doing big things, trying to bring a refugee team to the Olympiad. But the moment that I want to mention, it's when I myself became in a very difficult life situation in 2022. When I become kind of refugee myself, I was forced to leave Belarus, and I found my first place in Riga in Latvia, together with my childhood friend, who was supporting me this time. Dana was behind me, beside me, and whole FIDE family. So it's not only social chess, it's social security for you when you are in this environment. So I think it's very important that through social chess, we give a hope and we give a support for people who are in a difficult situation, and especially for refugees, because they face so many troubles that, if you weren't been in such a situation, it's even difficult to imagine. So I'm very proud to be part of it, and I believe that social chess could change the lives. And chess, friendship, it's the first part of our job. Thank you.
Thank you, Anastasia. I had a similar experience in an autistic school in Pune, exactly the same. This is a wonderful project. Anastasia Karlovic, please.
Hello, everyone, and happy International Chess Day for all of you and for all chess community. When speaking about moments, I was trying to pick one, but it's really hard to do. So I think I have these moments every Saturday morning when I have the lessons with my girls. Like usually we have like 4 lessons because for the moment the project became big, and we have 4 schools of girls who regularly study chess with me and Salome Melia, who is, of course, my colleague. We are doing this project together. Delivering this project together with her every Saturday through Zoom calls. And I don't know, it's hard to say, to find any moment, but overall, I just really love this project. I think it's just amazing that we have it. It started 4 years ago, and since that time, my life has changed a lot. And like every Saturday is like a important day, and I don't do anything on Friday evening because I know that I have my girls in the morning, and I'm always happy to see their smiles. I can see their eyes. I can understand that this project still makes difference for them, because we not only show we are not talking only about chess, but we also try to show them what is our chess world, what is our chess community, how important that they are part of it. And I think it's really important. I feel the difference. And I should also mention that most members of my family, since the war started in Ukraine, are also refugees. So when it all started, and when I saw many Ukrainians live in their country and living abroad, I really understood how much chess can influence every life. because chess is international language, and those who started to play immediately felt different and welcomed in our chess community. I've seen different kids in the schools, not only related to this project, but other projects. And it was like really important. I mean, there was also Chess for Peace project for Ukrainian girls, which was also made by FIDE, Anastasia Karlovich, Dana Reznica. So, I mean, all these projects are important. And I mean, for me, it's really special, since I'm also kind of, I'm part of it, and my family is also involved, unfortunately. So really grateful for it, and I hope it will continue for years. It's very successful, and I think it's really life-changing for many kids in Kakuma.
Thank you very much, Anastasia. Looking into the eyes of our people we support, this is a very interesting aspect. Please stay with 60 seconds, because we have a lot of other questions. I would like to invite Susan. Susan?
Yes.
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 Hello.
Yeah, hello, everyone. Happy International Chess Day to everyone, to the entire chess community in the world. I'm so glad to be part of this. So for me, Andre, really, I also had so many of them, but I had to pick one. So a time when FIDE invited me to the first Chess for Freedom conference in Chicago. I think that's the moment that I realized that a lot of changes from chess happened. So at that event, that's when I met Russ, and also I met Mikhail, and through the connection with Russ. Is when now the Gift of Chess initiative, I got involved on that project. And I think from there, connecting with the entire, community, and realizing that a single chess set, can change a life, was really life changing for me. The amount of stories that came out from all those communities, from the volunteers that we worked with, through the chess sets that we started distributing to the communities. I think that was remarkable. I've seen a lot. I think through that I've connected with a lot of initiatives, including Kakuma. I've been to Kakuma camp through that initiative, and also studying other projects where all the other volunteers have been part of as well. And the chess in education programs as well. So all that, there's a lot that I can talk about, but I think that moment was life-changing for me. And it also made one of the inmates to participate in one of the events in India, the Chess for Freedom, and getting you, Andre and Mikhail, to come and visit me in Malawi. I couldn't imagine, that, chess would get me to that level where, we would connect, I would connect with people all over the world.
Thank you very much, Susan. I think this DNA you need to be so active all over the place in Africa, and the support of your work comes from Gift of Chess, and I hope Russell Markowski could make it. I heard there was some problems with the connections.
Oh, no. He has some connection problems, so we can go further.
So we go further, and then I would invite Antonio Porter, please. What was your moment?
Hello, everyone. For me, one of the jail administrators. I think it's the impact chess has on the individuals in our custody, from an incident level, from a participation in other programming. But I think in particular, there's an event we do, Checkmate for Kids, where these chess participants can teach their children how to play chess. And seeing that happen, I think was the moment for me, and why this is important, and why we continue to have chess expand across our jail, and the impact it has there is great for us. So I think that's my moment.
Thank you very much. And I would like to use the opportunity to have Dana Reiznitz in our panel and quickly go to her again. I will come back to you, Prabita, afterwards. I would like to ask her the question, how do you explain the social value of this social chess work you do to someone who has no interest in chess? Because this magical moment, a lot of people don't see. How do you explain this, Dana?
How do I explain? I believe I should now speak in relation to the topic that was also suggested for me today, which is social chess as part of the policy and as an instrument for policy, a little bit to give some, wider spectrum, wider scope, and the logics behind such an institution as FIDE to actually go in for such an area as social chess. And again, I wanted to come back and begin with what we started ourselves, is congratulating us with the birthday of FIDE. And then I had this association that that some would say that that social chess is a cherry, as a cherry on the top of the cake, right? But for me, over these years, it has already grown to something much more. I think it's the most delicious part of the birthday cake of FIDE that we can have. And I truly believe that at least those people here, our team, would agree with that. And that's also mainly due to your effort and your passion, your heart you have put into developing of social chess, and then thinking about the policy and public policies as well, and international policies. I think that the first thing that comes to people's minds are usually laws, regulations, and budgets. But I would like to put here a different image. An image of social chess. So start with imagining a prison, a refugee camp, a classroom of children with autistic spectrum disorder, or a room full with teenage girls discovering leadership and confidence. And if you look at the same picture and add a chessboard there, I think that's where the difference starts, and where we see a huge potential. That's where I really believe in. I really think that the world now, as it is today, really needs some very practical solutions, and chess can indeed bring those to the world. I'll just put on the table some facts when we think of the global perspective, that it's still more than 120 million people, and that's according to the data of United Nations, who are currently forcibly displaced by conflict and persecution. So it's the record high number, it's the highest number ever recorded in the history. As developed as we would think we are globally, it doesn't cease the conflict. UNESCO also estimates that more than 250 million children and young people are still out of the school, while hundreds of millions more attend schools without acquiring basic literacy and numeric skills. Even if they go to school, they never get the opportunity to build their careers because they do not get the basic skills that they need for that. Yes. The World Bank also says that nearly 700 million people still live in extreme poverty and inequalities between countries, communities, and also that brings to opportunities really remain enormous. And I think these are staggering numbers. And we understand that behind every number of this that I mentioned, there are persons' lives whose future depends on whether somebody decides to invest in the change or not. And then the first thing, of course, that comes to our minds is, yes, there are international organizations that take care about that, right? So we all know that World Health Organization improves health, UNESCO advances education, UNHCR protects the displaced people, etc. And when we think of international sports organizations, hardly would people think that these are the ones who actually need to intervene and do something. But I don't agree with that, because I really think that The international sports organizations are among those whose obligation is to care for the global welfare equality, and also safety, because we are very influential. Our influence is built with the fact that we are globally represented. We access people. And I really understand that if God or destiny has given you the power, it comes together with the obligation and with the mandate that you need to fulfill. And it's the same for FIDE. I mean, our instrument in our hands, it is a chess game. And we understand that it is not only a sport. It is also a great infrastructure for human development. And that is also, I think, one of the reasons that it comes so naturally to FIDE, that it's not only a side project, the social chess. It is an integral part of FIDE today. It has become part of our mission. Just looking back at some of our projects, when we created Chess for Freedom or Chess in Prisons, thanks to the initiative of Mikhail, we wanted to show that rehabilitation is not only about serving a sentence, right? It's about rebuilding decision-making, patience, responsibility. It is about giving the second chance. Yes. Today, chess is already played in prisons in more than 60 countries. What a skyrocketing number, given that only a few years ago, there were only a few we hardly could find would join our first competition that we organized. Yes. Correctional institutions around the world use chess for learning and for rebuilding dignity and hope for their people. When we launched Chess for Protection together with UNHCR and many other dedicated partners, we really wanted, and that is something also that you heard from both Anastasias today, that refugee children and also adults have more than humanitarian assistance. We wanted them to have community, to feel that they belong to chess family, and to show them the world and perspectives that even from the most difficult position, you can find a way and succeed in their life. We wanted to have them a chance to dream again. And I hope that we will see the FIDE refugee chess team compete at the Olympiad. And that will, I guess, remind to us and to everyone else that people who have lost almost everything in their life should never lose their opportunity to belong. Yes. Through Infinite Chess, children with autism spectrum disorder are in 28 countries. I hope I'm not mistaken now by our number, are discovering new ways to communicate, concentrate, express themselves. It's such a heartwarming moment when a kid who has never spoken says their first words thanks to learning chess. I mean, those are the moments, Andre, what you were asking about. Yes. And for many families, chess has become more than just a game. It has become another language. Yes. Chess for all for chess moms, Queen's Challenge, Girls Club, all the other women's commissions projects show girls that leadership begins with believing in your own decisions. On the chessboard, nobody starts with an advantage because of a gender, right? The rules are equal, the opportunities are equal, and that lesson is powerful long before someone becomes a champion, not in chess only, but as I always repeat, that we want to make them the champions of their lives. Yes. Strong communities are built one family at a time, and if chess can be useful for that, that's just amazing. Yes. Last year, FIDE celebrated the year of social chess. And one of the highlights was our global storytelling challenge. We really expected inspiring projects. That was our expectations, but we found much more. We found inspiring people, teachers who stay after school because they know that one more chess lesson might keep a child on the right path in their lives. Prison officers who discovered that a chessboard can open conversations that years of authority never could. And Lasmo mentioned some of the examples that the prison officials, they are rooting for their teams as if they are part of the team, right? Parents who refuse to accept limits for their children. These people, I guess, reminded us of something very, very important, that social impact does not begin with funding. And social chess, indeed, in FIDE as well. It's not the most funded area at all, right? It begins with someone who cares enough to make the first move. Sometimes people ask us whether chess can really change society, and I think it's the wrong question. The better question is how many lives can we change if every school, every prison, every refugee center, every community organization, and every government uses chess where it can make the difference because it's very affordable. I think it's very scalable. It crosses languages. It builds friendships before it builds competition, and perhaps most importantly, it teaches people that every position can improve if you keep thinking, keep learning, and keep believing there is another move. And this is also a great chance, and we've seen it as well for us, to build new partnerships with governments, with ministries, with international organizations, universities, also businesses and civil society, that professional chess only could never do that. And I will repeat, supporting, pushing for the social projects, because I really feel that with elite sports, we can touch and reach the brain of the people. With social chess, we can reach the hearts and the soul of people and far beyond the community of chess. And that's very important for me. Thank you also for this opportunity to speak here today and be among you, the real family members.
Thank you very much, Dana. What I take out of it is we have so many things to tell the world. We have to repeat it and let the world also discover. For example, at the UN we spoke, they discovered what the power is. We have perhaps the opportunity to have a state's president with Judith Polgar. This will also shoot our not only chess but social chess into the world. So we have to be also salespeople with all our experiences, and I think Prabita, you are one of these salespersons who are navigating in diplomacy in your project with a big heart for your people in chess. Please, Prabita, tell us about this. Prabita? I don't see her. Perhaps she's not.
Probably the sound is not there.
Ah, Prabita, your sound?
No.
So if Prabita is not yet here, I will come back to her later. But I think this aspect of letting all these sectors.
I cannot hear you. Maybe just check.
Me or Prabita? Hello?
No. Prabita is here. She just has some problems with the sound. So we will wait for her to check it. We can go further.
Okay, so I go further in a question. For me, very important is where has chess achieved something no other tool could have? I mean, we have discussed prisons, we have discussed Africa, we have discussed different areas. Antonio Porter, you are someone outside the chess world, but what do you think has chess brought which other tools in your activity are not bringing?
I think that's a great question, Andre, so thank you for it. I think critical thinking is a big piece, especially inside the jail. There's idle time for individuals in custody to sit there and do nothing. And so having personally overseen a few program tiers, as we call them, that's one of the big things you see the impact chess has had on the participants is their level of critical thinking, but then also the yearning for more knowledge. So after a few folks have participated in chess, now they want to expand in the other programming that we offer, higher education, yoga, and then, as I mentioned, the Checkmate for Kids event. It's a bonus to these participants, but it's one that Sheriff Dart believes in and believes that we should have because it touches 2 points. One, allows these individuals in custody to teach their children how to play chess, develop a skill, but then also is that family engagement, family connection that, they can either redevelop it while in custody or expand on what the relationship they already have is. Upon release, we hope that they'll continue, teaching their children chess and bettering their lives altogether.
Thank you very much, Mr. Porter, Antonio Porter. You are from the US in a prison administration. Lasma comes from a Latvian environment. They are very active in our Chess for Freedom program. How do you see the tool of chess in comparison with other activities you offer in a prison setting, or let's say also on a societal level, Lasma? What is the magic of our offer?
Yes, thank you, Andre. So in prison, there is a profound difference between someone in uniform telling you how to live and someone from outside choosing to show up weekly. For me, the clearest example was the role of our volunteer, Sergei Klimakos. Of course, professional staff and existing rehabilitation programs provide an essential foundation for change. When we started, it was not easy at first. The prisoners were cautious and distrustful, but after several weeks, they realized that our volunteer, Sergei Klimakos, traveled to prison by train every week, spending more than 1 hour one way, and that nobody was paying him to be there. He simply came because he believed that they were worth his time. And that changed everything. From that point, the real chess sessions began. He thought strategy, tactics, openings, etc. But Sergei was quietly teaching much more than chess. To think before acting, to look beyond the next move, to control impulsive decisions, and to remain focused under pressure. This responsibility for choices and to learn from your mistakes. Of course, we would always welcome more funding and more stuff, but this project provided so much more. The real key for our success was Sergei's and his dedication and consistency and genuine humanity. And he built the kind of trust that no budget or formal program can create on its own. And so his dedication was the key for our success, or what we have achieved through this chess program.
Thank you very much, Lasma. And indeed, what happened with Sergei, he offered himself to go to Kakuma to start the training. Besides his activities in Latvia, it's, in my experience, always like starting a journey. Also, if you have a connection with a diplomat or with an entrepreneur, a sponsor, it's just the start of a journey. And Prabita, I don't know if we have...
Yes.
Super, you are here. So my question to you would be, if we sell our projects, if we start a project, it's always the initial moment where we try to get this magic flowing. And you are in so many worlds, I would say, in the diplomatic world, in the ministerial world, in the Chess for Hope world, research. What is your take about this magic? How can we even more expand it?
Firstly, thank you, Andre, and happy International Chess Day. Yes, I think it's initially the first moment. It's basically when anybody who also does a pitch as an entrepreneur, it's the first moment, and it's better to start with a personal story because that's when you create the emotional safe space and you throw a net, which is the emotional net, and that's where you have to catch. This is like any pitching for any investment that you do. And for me, it's very easy. Like when I go in, I do tell them, where did chess start for me? It just started as a chess mom. This is when I saw my excluded, socially shy, artistic child find his own world in chess. It gave him an identity. And then our social commission actually took it to another level, right? It showed me that a board is not a board, and it can be a safe space. It can give structure without pressure. It can allow people to think, pause, decide, empower, and give them dignity. And we saw that when Chess for Hope now. I have two examples. One is the Burkina Faso example, and the other one is the current one, which I completed in Kosovo. So what Chess for Hope taught is like chess can change lives, not because everyone becomes a champion, but because everyone can get a chance to make a meaningful move. I mean, we all can make a move, but how does it change in social chess? That's the question. But showing impact is very important, Andre. First, you make the connection. That's what you asked me. You make the emotional net, and then you show them that it can make an impact, and this impact is measurable. And this impact is not for the elite, but for the better of mankind and the society. I think that's the message you have to get through first.
Thank you very much, Pravita. I would like to expand to the audience for one or two questions. I don't know if you have a question or an insight for someone of our panel. I would quickly let this open to you, people from the audience. So who is interested to ask a question? So I don't see someone.
We have one question from Jordan.
Yes.
Yes. We have Alsmadi Quais from Jordan. Many social initiatives begin with inspiring stories, but lasting impact is what ultimately matters. Looking back over your work, what was the first moment when you realized this is no longer just a chess project, it is genuinely changing people's lives? What convinced you in this?
I would like to ask perhaps Anastasia Sorokina to answer this question.
When you understand, Anastasia, that this is not just a project, but this is something life-changing for many people.
Okay, that's, the topics that we can discuss not only a few minutes, but hours and hours, because I believe the changes that chess could help us in our life, it's huge. But let's say for me, I would say that chess teaches me and makes the changes to calculate my steps in the head, so we don't take these logical parts, etc., etc. It's not connected very much to social aspect, but I believe that also for the social chess, it's very important that chess teach you to take the opportunity to make a decision and to calculate your decision and think ahead. I'm not sure if it's good in life or it's only good in the chessboard, but still I believe that social chess give an opportunity for people to think more and to create their steps in a way, like calculation moves. So I don't know, it's just for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Anastasia. And what we didn't discuss is elderly chess. And perhaps I can step in with my story. My mom went to the elderly home 2 years ago, and she was very negative, and I organized her iPad. Since then, she played over 9,000 Lichess short games. And you cannot imagine what this change meant for me in the mental sense. She is positive, she's interested. And you know, if someone is in an elderly home, things can change very quickly. So we have in all our social initiatives, we have such stories we see every day, and the impact is sometimes astonishing in elderly as well. So let me go to a question. What is still missing? What is still missing, and what would be the next true bold step, Susan, in Malawi, please?
Yeah, thank you, thank you, Andre. So I think for me, what is missing is a little more collaboration and partnership. We know that even though we have expanded access of chess sets to as many communities, but we know that for us to reach out more, we need as many chess sets. We need to share more of the stories, the impact stories that we have. And maybe apart from us, in the forums that we talk about these stories, but how many people out there do even governments, we talked about governments, foundations that can be supporting our work, but do they know the impact, that chess is having on humanity? So for me, I feel like we need to do more in terms of engaging, even from a higher level in countries, for them to understand that chess is more than a game. Like, for example, in Malawi, we have what we call the Malawi 2063, and there's the Malawi implementation plan that they're working on. They've developed like enablers to development, including mindset change. And so one day I was challenging the leadership, and I said, what is the tool? What are the tools for mindset change? And then I brought in, discussion about chess, and I said, chess can be a tool for mindset change. We have already seen chess, being a great tool for education. And I gave them examples, even from, the research that I was doing in Malawi, in schools, for us to validate the impact of chess in school. But then I think for me, I think that's a missing gap. There's still more that we can engage on, a little more that we can collaborate. Like I said before, I think there's quite a lot of examples in terms of the impact, that is coming, the social value of chess. I gave an example of the ex-inmate that was invited by FIDE to India. And who would think that an ex-inmate would travel, 1,000 miles away to go and speak about chess? And this became like, it was a big story, in Malawi. And then from that moment, the Malawi prison service became even more engaged. And you recall, Andre, when you came to Malawi, you and Mikhail, when you came to Malawi, you saw how, interested and how much they really wanted to know. So I think for me, I feel like we need to engage more. We need to share these stories more, the stories of impact, from not only at our level, but I think from a higher level, because we know what chess can do as, the social value.
Thank you very much, Susan. And I see an opportunity coming where we will have more impact, not only with Judith Polgar, but perhaps also another one. And we are working on this. And thank you very much for this this answer. Time is running. The festivities of the chess day are going in other events in other countries. But let me ask to the panelists a last question. What is staying with you after this panel? What do you take out of it for your future work for social chess? Have you got some insights where you say, okay, yes, I will think about this or do something on this? I start with Michael. Dana had to leave us. Michael, what is staying with you in your future events? For example, this Young Leader Conference, who is coming up in 2 weeks.
Well, I think there are many things to take, even from today's discussion. We do want to have young people to take a role in social chess, and that's why we're trying to bring them up and trying to start up. It is completely new project where the young people will discuss social projects and learn more about them. This area is a little bit need to improve, but I agree. I want to second Susan that our projects need to be taken to a little bit more one level up. And our just recent discussion in Geneva was a big part of it, and hopefully this will take some effect on how social projects in general will be presented in communities and what we can get from them.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. I go on to Lasma, please.
Thank you, Andre. Yes, what stayed with me was this idea was not entirely new. I knew that already, but it was what Antonio Porter said about them engaging also kids, prisoners' kids into this project. And I have to think about it, how we can realize that in Latvia. That's a really great idea. And I hope and I think that this project has a lot of potential, and it's a very meaningful way how to interact with your kid, especially because while a person is imprisoned, kids are growing very fast, right? And after some time, when you do not see them, and then it creates a big distance. And then chess can be a very good tool to reconnect. So I will take this with me, and I will think how to realize that here in Latvia. So thank you.
Thank you, Lasma. Thank you very much. I don't know if our both Anastasias are here. What do you take out of it?
Yes, thank you, Andre. You know, like I think my colleagues mentioned already so many good things, but you know, taking into account that today it's International Chess Day, I just would take with me that all these people are around who is doing best for social chess is the most important, because you can do a lot of things, but if you don't have the people around you, good people around you, people who is willing to do something good for chess, it will not work even if you have a brilliant idea. So, dear colleagues, dear friends, happy International Day and Chess International Day, and I take all of you with me for the future forever. Susan, I see you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anastasia. Thank you. And Anastasia Karlovic, I don't know if she's still here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here, and it was really nice to hear what Anastasia Sorokina said. I, of course, join the congratulations, and I think it's really a powerful meeting in the sense that it's nice to know so many projects are happening at the same time, and it's nice to learn about many of them. And it's I mean, I will take with me also, I really like what Prabita said, that it's very, when it's personal, it really helps to move forward, you know. So I think it's also important for all of us, because we are involved on a personal level on each project. Yes. So happy International Chess Day. It's great that chess is, we have such a great game, and it's a life journey, you know. It's never finishing, you know. You have so many interesting ideas, and like I believe that the project that Kakuma project, for example, can be a can be also expanded in more countries, in more schools, and I'm just looking forward for it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, and I hope we have this chance to really expand it. We have another project already going on. Thank you very much. And I just go to Susan and then to Antonio before Prabita will give her takeaways. So please, Susan.
Yeah, so I think for me my biggest takeaway is that we can achieve more together. I think we all by now we all know that chess is more than a game. It's more than a game, and so working together as we have been, doing, I think will give us more result. As we celebrate the International Chess Day today, I think I want to wish all of us, great chess moments. Let's continue with our projects. I've learned so much, I think, from each one of you. I mean, each one of you, from your expertise, from the different projects. And today, like Lasma is saying, I want to try. I think we are going to push that together. To connect the kids to the inmates. I think that would be an amazing project. So I think I take that with me as well. Yeah, but chess is a big, social value. I think is my big takeaway. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan, and join other colleagues for the better. And thank you very much for being with us. Russell, I didn't think he is with us. Antonio, please.
Yes, thank you. I think for me, from a jail administrator's perspective, the sense and essence of partnership in working together to expand chess programming, working with other local jails and prisons, whether it for them to participate in the intercontinental chess tournaments or to share our best practices and what works, I think will push this movement, you all's social change movement further. But then also, I saw a question about data and things like that. Continuing that research effort to make the case for perhaps other governmental policymakers and things like that who are a little bit skeptical on how just this simple, quote unquote, simple game of chess can have a lasting impact. And so, again, sharing that information, being partners and collaborating with others to push it, I think is what I took away from it.
Thank you, Antonio.
From this conversation, sorry.
Thank you, Antonio. And before I give the floor to Prabita, I take with me this aspect Prabita said, to tell a personal story. So often when I'm with other people out of chess, sometimes I tell a personal story out of prison or refugee camps or autism. Yesterday I was at a birthday party and there was one person who is president of the chronically ill kids in my city, and I started with stories, and I didn't sold everything. I just told some stories, and now she gave me her card. I can show you here, and we will go on with our journey, with our project, perhaps for these chronically ill kids. So it is really selling, it means being so engaged for the cause, and then things are running by themselves. Prabita, please give us also your takeaway.
Thank you, Andre, and thank you everybody for the wonderful messages. So I think listening to all of you, I am with all your thoughts, reflecting them, but what I see is we all have passion, the whole community, all of us have passion. So it's not the passion that's missing. According to me, from my projects that I'm running, is a common framework that's missing. We have individual pilot projects, but for me, the next bold step would be to move from these individual projects to a global shared infrastructure, the infrastructure that Dana also spoke of. So this means facilitator training, making some ethical guidelines, safeguarding principles, which I find is very important for me in Chess for Hope, some simple monitoring tools, university partnerships, and cross-country learning, because one that works in one country will not work in another country, especially when we go for socio-economic different societies. And most important is now to make a framework that is serious enough for the funders, but simple enough for the communities, because if it make it too serious, no community is going to use it. So it has to be serious for the funders who fund it, but simple for the communities to use it. And I think with that, I close that every person deserves a safe space to think and to be empowered. And sometimes this space is just the 64 squares. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pravita. So today we celebrate, and tomorrow we have a big work to do and to go on our journey. Thank you very much, all of you, and also from my side, happy Chess Day today. And I hope we could give you some insights for the future in social chess. And I would like to thank Maria for organizing the event. And you will have the opportunity to see it again. We recorded it. And thank you very much to all of you, and just enjoy the International Chess Day. Thank you very much. I give back to you, Maria, for the final words.
Thank you very much, Andre. It was very, inspiring hour. And a great opportunity to celebrate the power of chess today. And as we mentioned before we prepared this event, we do not want to talk about chess. We want to talk about what chess makes possible. So I think today we have heard a lot of evidence that many things are possible with chess, and it is affordable and it is easy to be introduced to. So our work for now is to make it universal, to make it less skepticism about the topic. And I hope that we have a lot of great people around to continue this goal. And yes, as Andre said, if you want to hear a little bit about our discussion again and reflect on the questions and discussions, you can find the recording on the FIDE Social Chess YouTube channel, and always stay updated with our news. We have a great website where we try to announce all great initiatives and invite any idea which you have to share with us and to be promoted around the world. Thank you very much that you found your time early in the morning, late in the evening, through the day. I hope that you have your mood today for the celebration, and happy International Chess Day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
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 Bye, everybody. Bye.